Hello, people out there. It's episode 134, Ball Bag Tuck.
Crazy little thing called Lovdev. Yeah. It's a crazy little thing called love. Oh yeah. Come on, let's laugh and find out what's today's episode.
Hey, I've not been the best, I'll be honest. I've been in pain. I was meant to record this podcast a couple of days ago. What happened was I went to go and see the dentist because my teeth were playing up. And I was in absolute agony. I was in pain, folks. You know what happened, right? I rang up my dentist, the one I usually go to. Been going there for a couple of years, and they said, "Oh, you're not being registered, so we're going to have to re-register you. But there's a 9-month waiting gap." And I thought to myself, blimey neck, what am I going to do now? So I asked them how much do they charge for a private. And they said they charge round about £70. And I thought, that's a lot of money, innit? Just for a checkup. Blood me now, I should have stayed with them. I should have just stayed registered. So I found another dentist who I used to go to when I was a kid. Used to be on the way to school. So I used to go there a lot. I thought, let me go back to that one and see what they're saying. They said 50 quid. Thought, that's all right then. I'll take £50. I ain't paying 70 quid. Anyway, I went down there and the woman said, well, because I've had pain in my mouth, you see. And it's like a weird numbness pain. It's hard to describe it, to be honest. It's not pain, but I knew it was something to do with my gums anyway. Just, you know, when it's a gum related. So I went down to the dentist and the woman saw me and she said, yep. Looks like your gum is receding by 2 millimeters, I think it was. She said it's gone far back now and you brushed too hard. Why'd you brush so hard? Get yourself an electric toothbrush. So I've gone and bought a new electric toothbrush. Anyway, she said you got a hole in your teeth. Well, oh my God. Well, in the gap, I mean, in between the two teeth, there's a tiny hole and it's almost touching the nerve. She said you got two options. You can take your teeth out, or we can fill it, but you might get some kind of pain for a couple of days or a week or so. And I thought, do you know what? Don't take it out because I'm already losing my hair. My hair's going. So I thought, do you know what? Just keep it. Just fill it in. Let's see how we go with that. So she done that. And then since then, I've been getting this migraines, and obviously because it's all nerve related, connected, isn't it, on your face? And the right side of my face, just, oh man, it's been awful. You know, I'll get like severe headaches, migraines, and then my mouth hurts. And even when I'm talking and thinking about it, it's doing it again. It's doing it again, but you have to laugh about it. So I was meant to come back and record an episode. And then obviously they put an injection in my mouth, so I couldn't even talk. Unless you wanted to hear saliva coming out of my mouth. So I said, you know what, leave it then. I'll just wait until the weekend and then I'll record it and send it out and hopefully I'll be better by then. And then, yeah, I just didn't get around to do it. But, oh, well, I've got it now, so you guys are listening to it. And that was a dentist scenario. I've actually ordered one of them Sonic toothbrushes. I was going to get an Oral-B and it rotates, you know, the rotation one. I was going to get that. So I did the old YouTubey trick, you know, couple of reviews. Let's have a look. What we're going to get on, what we're doing for reviews and stuff. Went on there, saw this Indian guy, Mr. Singh, and he was talking about, he's a dentist. He was talking about, you know, different types of toothbrushes you can get. You can get the rotation one, and then you can get the one which is called a Sonic, and it looks like a toothbrush, and it just vibrates. And he said this is the better option if you have like gum disease or if your gums are receding, because it's not as harsh as the ones that go round and round. And I thought, I'm just going to go with his sonic screwdriver, I was going to say. Probably will end up being a sonic screwdriver, innit? You know what Amazon's like? They're going to end up sending me something else. Mind you, if it was a sonic screwdriver, I could do me old dentistry then. Yeah, I'm just waiting on that, and that was the reason. But, you know, the show must go on, as they say. with a new segment. That's right. I've got a new segment in this podcast. I'm going to introduce it right now to you. Here we go.
Am I the a-hole? Tell me the truth. Am I the a-hole?
Tell me the truth. Am I the a-hole? I am for almost playing the second bit of the music. But yeah, it's a new segment, folks. Obviously, bought from Reddit, my favourite website in the whole universe. Probably is, I'll be honest. I'm a massive fan of Reddit. Anyway, am I the a-hole? Now, basically, this is a segment where people have got into a situation, they don't know how to deal with it, they've had a problem, and are they the a-hole for saying whatever it is or doing whatever it is? So today's very first ever a-hole, this one has been put up by Ham Eagle or Haim Eagle. I'm guessing it's Ham Eagle. I'm going to call her Ham Eagle. I think it's a bird. Who knows? Obviously, eagle is a bird, isn't it? Anyway, back to the question. Let's find out, is this person an actual a-hole? Right. The question they have put down is, am I an a-hole for telling my sister her baby's name sounds like a dog's name? And now she won't talk to me. That is an absolute a-hole situation. Let's find out more what's happened. Ham Eagle has put down, my sister had a baby. I'm happy for her. Her baby's name is Ruff. Spell R-U-F-F. That's Romeo, Umbrella, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. First of all, it does sound like a dog's name. I don't even need to read further on. Ruff. Is that a boy? I'm guessing it's a boy. He's a bit rough around the edges. He's going to get picked on at school, man. You can't, mate, you can't give your baby the name Ruff. Unless Rough and Ready? God knows, who knows, Ruff. Anyway, she's put down, it's rough, it sounds like a dog. Yes, it does. I thought she was joking and laughed. I was wrong. She asked me, why was I laughing? I said it sounded like a dog barking. Ruff, Ruff. I thought we were laughing, but she got mad. She was angry. She said I was being disrespectful and that the name had a meaning to her and her husband. They love an obscure video game character. No, my God. They've named the baby after a video character. If I was going to name my child after a video game character, I'd probably call him Mario. And then if I get another son, I'll call him Luigi. That's what I'd give my kids names after a video game. Anyway. Let's see what's happened here. I told her that she can name a child whatever she wants, which is true, it's her choice. But people will associate it, and it might be hard for him in school. Exactly what I said. She won't return my texts or my calls. My mum says I should have kept my mouth shut. That's funny as hell. Am I the only one seeing this? I didn't mean to be a jerk, but rough. I can't be the only one who thinks this could be backfire. So I told my sister that her baby name sounds like a dog's name. Is she overacting? First of all, it's a very sensitive subject. So thank you for bringing this up, Ham Eagle. Putting it out there on the whole World Wide Web for everyone to read. I am on your side, I'll be honest. I am on your side. I don't know what country you're in. I'm going to guess you're in the US. I don't know why, but I'm just guessing. Wherever you are, it doesn't really matter. The main thing is that, you've put your opinion across. You thought it was a joke. And, if you was getting that reaction because you've asked what the baby's name is and you laughed at that because you thought she was joking, that's the problem that your sister's going to get and a partner when people ask, oh, what's your son's name or your daughter's name? And then she's going to say Ruff and people are just going to laugh. Ruff, I think they could have chosen a better name. Maybe if they wanted to, add something before the rough, or add, I don't know, rough kid. God knows. I don't know, but I actually feel for you. And I think that you have come across and you've put it the way you should have. I would say leave it as it is. You've said your piece, whether your sister wants to listen to you or not. And I'm sure she does still love you and respects your choice. As for the name, I wouldn't give my child that name. I will be honest, I would not give any of my kids that name. But everyone has weird names. I've got a weird name, but mine's a very unique name. I don't think it's might be funny to some people, but, you know, as long as you're happy, you know, or maybe have it as a middle name then. Choose a different name, have that as the middle name, then the surname. That might work. God knows, who knows. Well, I hope I've helped you out. I don't know how I've helped you out, but this is Am I an A-hole? And I will answer your question. You are not an A-hole. I quite enjoyed that segment. I did. Am I an A-hole? But we got to move on with the podcast. I was talking about technology and stuff. I've gone and bought, right? Not my choice, but anyway, the missus wanted a new TV. So now we've gone and ordered a 77-inch television. An OLED one. We did that thing that everyone does. You go down to your local electrical store. One of the main ones in the UK is Curry's. It's called Curry's because they don't make curries, but they've just called it Curry's. I'm guessing the guy who owned it, his surname was Curry, innit? He was a white man and his surname was Curry. I'm guessing, yeah, he probably was. Anyway, let's crack on with it. So I've bought a new telly. We went down to Curry's to see all the TVs on display. And I said to my missus, which one do you like? I'll be honest, I was drawn towards the Sony. I was quite impressed with the Sony television. But the price of it was like, do I really want to pay £5,000 for that? You know what I mean? Because it's a 77-inch, $5,000. I thought, nah, mate, that's a lot of money. I mean, as much as nice as it is, and the sound is great on it, I thought, nah, that just doesn't justify it. So when I bought myself an LG G4, those of you interested, might as well buy a brand new one in it. With the free soundbar, I can't wait for that to be delivered. So that will be here this day next week. I might even do a review on it. Who knows? I should do one of those. You know, you go on YouTube and people do reviews of certain products. I should do that. I thought about doing that, but yeah, we'll have to see.
My fellow Americans and United Kingdom, even everybody else out there, it's time for No Stupid Questions.
Thank you, Donald Trump, my old buddy. It is time to do a No Stupid Questions. I can't even remember if I did one last week. Sorry for that clickety-click noise. That's my keyboard. Yes, today's No Stupid Question has been posted by Electronic Dig 2218. Electronic Dig has a very bizarre question. A bizarre question. I don't know why I chose it, but I thought this is a stupid question. I'm gonna see if I can answer this. They have asked, do all men put their genitals and balls between their legs at night to sleep? I don't know whether this is a woman, whether it is a man asking this because they do it themselves. Technically, I have never done that. First of all, how does a man sleep with his private parts, Private Ryan, between his legs? I have no idea. The pain must be awful, first of all, unless it's a very cold night, innit? So if you're in the winter and you're thinking, oh my God, I'm freezing down there, and then you just tuck it in, as you do, go to sleep, maybe that will work. I've never done it. Has anyone listening to this podcast who is a bloke, has both features on their body and has decided to put it between their legs? I would love to know. This has to be a woman who's asking this question. I'm wondering if the person she's seen is doing that. I would love to know. Anyway, there's some funny comments on here. Somebody's put down, what the hell did I just read? No one does this. They just sleep. That's funny, isn't it? Imagine. I bet there is out there. It's probably on AliExpress or Wish or Temu. Is it Temu? Whatever it's frigging called. There's probably something out there that you can... It's like a sock, innit? So you pull it like a pair of pants, but it's socks. And you can like pull it up and it cups the bags, cups the sausage, and then you can just sleep. That is one of the stupidest questions I've ever read. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't even know where to go with this. Right, I'll answer it. No, I don't think any man out there does it. But do you know what? I wouldn't be surprised. There probably is a couple of blokes, weirdos, who do that kind of stuff. If you do that, do let me know. Unless you got very thick thighs, maybe then you'll be able to do it, innit? I ain't got thick thighs, so there's no chance of me doing that. But guess what? There was more to this story. I didn't realise I had to click on something else, and it totally opened up. So now there's even more questions to be answered. It is a woman, I believe. So she's put down, this is what my husband does. Is he all right in the head? He's the only man I've ever known to do this. When he goes to sleep, he tucks his thingamajig between his legs and it all pokes out the back. You can imagine what I have to look at. It's like probably looking at an elephant. Or two plums that are squashed together. Oh, that's funny, man. He says it's comfy for him. Is that really comfy for him? I need to know how big his sack is. I bet it's absolutely massive. That's probably why it's comfy. It's not like, you know, those neck braces you get. Not like the one around your neck. The one when you go to the airport. The neck pillow. That's it. Is that how it feels like? Is it equivalent to a neck pillow? If it was that comfy, even my head would be down there. How come your head is not down there if it's that comfortable for you? That is hilarious, mate. And there's more to this because she's edited the post. She said she's astounded by the amount of replies she's had to the post. Her husband is nearly 50. I'll be 50 in a couple of years. I hope that does not happen to me. She said, as we age, gravity takes over things and has changed on his body compared to when he was a lot younger. Everything goes down south. That's what happens. But he's told me he has always done this since he was a kid. It's not a new thing due to aging and having saggy balls. That's new, he's got saggy balls. I've shared a bed with men before, and no one else slept like this. He's not normal, your husband. He's obviously a different species. He says it is just really comfy for him. I can't even answer this one because it's so funny. I doubt he's asked his mates at the pub if they all tuck and stuff. Imagine bringing that up as a conversation. So how did you sleep last night, mate? Yeah, I slept all right. You know, I went to bed about 11, watched the football, went to bed. All right. Did you use all your pillows? Yeah, of course I did. Why? Just wondering. I usually use my sack and balls to do it. But maybe he has, and they all do this too much, is why he's told me. He's actually just saying all men have done this. All men do not do it. I've never done it. Never done it. Unless, maybe, like sometimes a bloke might tuck the balls and the sausage, right? To see how they would look like if there was a woman. That's probably the only thing I've done in my life. Oh, God, I need to move away from this question. But I'll be honest, right? This is probably the funniest, no stupid question I've ever had. Generally, honestly, I think this is on the top tier. You are the number one no stupid question I've ever had since I've started this podcast. Absolutely brilliant. I love it. I need more update. Give me more update on this electronic dig when you get a chance to listen to it. All right. Do you know what I want to do? I want to do something slightly different now because it relates to teeth. Yeah, I know. I was talking about the dentist and stuff. I didn't mean to find this. It was, honestly, generally did not mean to find this one. It was one of the first posts that I saw. It's time to do unpopular opinions. Let's see what today's unpopular opinion is. It's been posted by Spirited Wallaby. Spirited Wallaby says, this is their unpopular opinion, it should be socially normal to have yellow teeth. I don't think it should be socially normal to have yellow teeth. If you've got yellow teeth, you've got yellow teeth. There's a couple of reasons why you have yellow teeth. One, you're not brushing good enough. 2, you're probably a smoker. And 3, you might be drinking too much coffee, which I do. Or your teeth are just normally yellow, even though you've whitened them and nothing happens. Is it to do with the pigments in the bone on the teeth, which doesn't make it white enough? I have no idea. I don't even know why I'm saying that. Anyway, Spirited Wallaby says having pearly white teeth requires lots of regular bleaching and extensive dental work, which is true. It's normal to have your teeth stain over time, and in World War I, the Europeans frequently wrote about the Americans and their weird white teeth. Stained teeth are not unhealthy. You can brush several times a day and floss and still stain them with coffee or tea. Well, that's basically what I just said, didn't I? Yeah. Is it normal, first of all, to have yellow teeth? Yeah, if you got yellow teeth, you got yellow teeth. But if they're like fluorescent yellow, like you are blinging out there, you know, your teeth are just like, you know what I mean? Absolutely blinging. Then that is a little bit strange, I would think. I've never really had yellow teeth. Sometimes I look at my teeth and I think they do look a bit yellowy, but they're not. I think I've got really nice teeth. I said that to the dentist the other day. I said, people say I've got nice teeth, and she went, you have got nice teeth, though, to be fair. And I said, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'd rather have white teeth than yellow teeth, to be honest. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I would probably do. Anyway, is it normal? Probably is. If you've got yellow teeth, don't worry about it. Just brush as normal. Don't brush as hard as I do, though. It's time to wrap up the podcast with the weird news story. Let's see what today's weird news story is. Today's weird news story, I think it's from the UK. I'm not too sure. Anyway, it's about a cat. Yes, it is. It's local. Okay. This is a local news story from the United Kingdom. The story today reads, a cat returns from the dead 4 days after cremation. I'm just going to play that again. cat returns from the dead 4 days after being cremated. How is that even possible? If I got my cat cremated and she came back, I think I would just lose my mind. As much as I love my cat, I think I'd pull my hair out. This cat truly has 9 lives, isn't it? More than 9 lives? How does a cat return from the dead? That's what I want to know. I need to read further on this story. Just a quick one. There is a picture of this cat. It's black and white. And it's a very, very similar to my cat, which is why it's freaking me out. So it's a black and white cat. Exactly the same as my cat. They look the same, man. So it's the same breed, I think. So it looks like a Siberian cat. I think that's what they're called. Long-haired cat. Anyway, what is this story about? I need to find out. A cat surprised its owner by walking through the cat flap days after it was thought to have been cremated. Nikki Knight, shout out to Nikki Knight, was on holiday with her family in Turkey when she was told by her neighbours they had found her cat Ted drowned in their pond. She quickly organised for the body to be cremated in Thornaby while she was away. However, 4 days after the ceremony, Ted walked into her home and she realised she had cremated a mystery cat. I thought it would go that way. Vicky Crallen, who's the director of Heavenly Pets Crematorium, said it was bittersweet and she was worried there was a family out there missing somebody. Miss Knight from Newby, which is in North Yorkshire, had been halfway through a 2-week holiday with her family when she heard the news about her little Ted. Their neighbours sent a video through Mrs. Knight Ring's doorbell about finding a dead cat, which they believe to be Ted in their pond. I had to break the news to my husband and my 4 children, and we were all absolutely devastated. One of the worst news is to hear, innit, when you're on holiday. Because Ted is a huge personality and a beloved member of the family, she said, not wanting to burden her neighbour with Ted's body until the family returned from holiday. Miss Knight organised for Heavenly Pets Crematorium to collect the body and cremate it. But 4 days after the cremation, Miss Knight got out of the pool in Turkey to several missed calls from her cat sitter who had been looking after the families of the cats. I was in the pool again, having a lovely time, you know what, put Ted's death behind us, she said. The cat sitter told Miss Knight that Ted had just walked through the cat flap. I didn't believe it at first, she said. I had to get her to FaceTime me live so that I could see Ted was actually alive. The truth of the matter quickly dawned on her. I've just paid £130 to cremate someone else's cat. Can you pay for mine? I'll give you my number. When she later went to collect the cat's ashes, she saw the urn had been labelled Not Dead Ted. That's funny. The family have not been able to trace the owner of the dead cat. So we do think it's actually a stray cat, possibly a farm cat, she said. We are peaceful for the knowledge that we've given it a good send-off. She said the family were ecstatic to still have Ted in their lives, but Ted was less concerned. I wonder if Ted actually done it. Can you imagine if Ted committed the murder? He saw another cat that looks like him and thought, nah, mate, you're not coming into my house. You ain't having that. Pushed him in the pool, and that was it. In the pond, sorry. And then he drowned with the frogs. He's completely oblivious, she said. We still see him wandering over the road towards the neighbour's garden, so we have to go and retrieve him because, we don't actually want him to going into the pond. Miss Crallen said the crematorium would be donating the cremation fee to a local cat rescue centre. Oh, that's nice. That's a good weird news story, isn't it? A cat coming back from the dead, but it wasn't him. It was his lookalike, innit? You know how you get celebrities and politicians who have doubles? Basically, there was a Ted double, and his name was probably Dead, and it D-E-D. Not Ted. Anyway. I love doing this podcast. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. That was today's episode. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for being wonderful. Please, if you can, just let people know about this podcast. Give it 5 stars. Give it 9 stars, like Ted. Anyway, you've been wonderful. Thank you so much. I will see you next week.